Yeah, I made a boo boo.
Oh,
Yeah, I made like a pretty bad error uh earlier in the week. And I felt like such an idiot, but I was like, I'm gonna take this opportunity to like make fun of myself and share it with the stream. Because so basically what happened was I got some stuff in the mail. I got a couple boxes in, some, like ZMAG Pro labels, hit the door, and then I had 2 boxes of smugglers that came in. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna like go to my shipping table, open this stuff up, and I was like, I'm gonna grab this other smuggler, like loose smugglers box that I had set to the side, and I was gonna put them all together and think about what I wanted to do with them. Do I want to separate them? Do I want to um, do I want to like run all three together? Like, what do I want to do here? So I go over there, and it was like my brain just like went into like total, it like went total like adrift, and I grabbed my knife and I'd meant to open my like the shipping boxes, the shippers. I immediately went in and started making an incision on the box that I had
what
grabbed.
the heck?
I know. I was like, what am I doing? What am
That's
I
crazy.
doing? I didn't notice I was even doing. I was like, da, 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 and I started peeling it, and I was like, what the frick is the matter with me? And I was like, no, that is so hilarious and dumb. What am I doing? I like woke up to what I was doing, and I stopped right there, and I like took a piece of tape and I taped it, and I was like, well, that was dumb. And so then like later, so I was streaming that night, so I was like, chat, I was like, listen, this is the stupid thing I did today. And I grabbed the box and I showed him, and I was like, and I told the story I just told, and I was like, I like don't know what to do. I was like, should I just open it now? Like the whole chat was like, dome it, dome it. They're like, there was like one person that was, you could just tell us and you could run it. People were like, you took all the hits out,
Yeah.
like, and I was like showing them, I was like, I didn't even open it all the way. And so it was really funny. And Ashman was in there. Shout out to the Ashman. He was like, I'll buy a spin 3 pick 2 right now on a 3-boxer Galaxy we're running. He was like, I will buy that right now if you dome it. And I was like, word. And so he bought those. Yeah, yeah, Vic was there. Vic was there. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I opened it on stream right there. And so we're going along. And I was like, I showed it. I was like, oh, thank God there's at least an orange. And I was like, oh, thank God there's a sketch. And so we see a little bit of orange. And I was like, oh, there's orange. Okay, good. At least there's an orange and a sketch. Okay, cool. So we get to the orange. Not bad. Baze Malbus, the homie Baze from the Rogue One on the
Dude, you
orange.
got forced to dome a box. Oh, the pain I feel for you.
I know, I
My
know.
cheap ass is hurting for you.
But then we turned around the sketch.
Ooh, baby. We know him.
Andrew, Andrew Fry, and I was like, okay. And we turn it, and it's Revenge of the Sith,
Oh,
Anakin.
shit.
Yeah, bro.
How many of those have you pulled by now?
Of what, Anakin?
Mustafar Anakin or Revenge of the Sith Anakin?
So many. So many black foils. I've pulled another Andrew Fry Revenge of the Sith Anakin on a Mustafar card from 24 hyperspace. Yeah, definitely nasty. And I literally cased it and was like, it's going right there. Because it like literally goes with my auto of the Tracy. It's like, it's perfect.
Dude, yeah, it looks just like it.
I was like, bro, that was so lucky.
Dude, I have yet to dome a smug. I'm afraid of dome a smugglers.
I
I
was
don't think I can
afraid
handle the
too.
pain.
I was afraid too. I got lucky, man.
I
I
really
was
don't want to
fortunate.
fern at a 99 green auto. I really
Well, my
don't.
autos were like, what did I get? What did I get? Oh, I did have a GA Kylo in it
Nice.
too. So GA Kylo to 77, which I'm gonna sell that um to Cyber. Oh yeah, out of 99 Chrome Black Java. Oh. Um,
Yo,
and
what up,
then
brother?
I don't think I had. I think I only had two autos. Yeah, because I had a sketch. So there were only two autos. What the frick? What
Yeah, dude.
the frick, dude? Lita
Yeah, dude.
Mothma? Like, that's silly. That's silly. But then my two stellars, I had two stellars, and Cad Bane to 99, and that Bo Katan I really like, the Simra Bo. So I was like, oh, okay, not too bad. Not too bad. And with the 25 bays, it was fine. You
Yeah.
know, it worked out.
Nice.
It worked out. But yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, I especially now, the time to do it was when it first came out. Now it's just even a dumber idea to Doma box for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that one too, like that was a GameStop box.
Oh, okay. That
So
wasn't that bad then.
so it wasn't that bad. Yeah.
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 Okay, cool.
So yeah. Yeah. So it didn't hurt that bad. It actually didn't hurt at all because I got the Andrew Fry Anakin. Because I was like, cool.
Yeah, you can't complain. Did I ever show you the fry that I got?
No, I don't think so.
Ready?
Ooh, yeah, it's a good one. Clone Wars,
It's so
Obi-Wan
good.
Kenobi. Oh, that reminds me, dude. I gotta show you this pickup. It goes right with that. Oh no, I left it in the car, bro. I
Oh,
left it in the car.
L streamer.
Dude, I just got back in too. Um, but dual auto Obi-Wan Kenobi and Satine Kryze out
Oh,
of out
don't
of
leave that in
10.
the car. This is gonna
Out of
warp.
10. Out of 10. It's not that hot.
Oh
It's it's
yeah.
it's it's really
It's
mild
not like
climate right
out
now.
here.
No. No, it's fine.
Yeah, that's
No.
nice.
But I probably should go run and grab it, but yeah. Oh man. So that was a crazy experience. I did not want to do that. But I kind of wanted to dome a box for May the 4th, Revenge of the 5th. I wanted to do something during that time. I didn't really get to. So it was kind of oddly
Yeah.
serendipitous that it happened like that. So
I'm not okay. Look, I hate complaining and I hate hearing complaining, but speak about May 4th. I'm disappointed in the fact that there was no May 4th love when it like outside of like the main things like the Disneyland, the mall. Like, well, one thing the mall kind of botched their fucking release. That's one thing we can get into
okay, wait, what do
for
you
a
mean?
little bit. How they announced that they was going to release midnight locally and ended up releasing 3 a.m. Eastern.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah,
was delayed like that. Yeah.
yeah. So that's one thing.
That was bad.
There's just one that brought up. It reminds me of a shop out in Vegas when I used to live in Vegas, and
Mm-hmm.
I on May 4th I was going around in the morning trying to get all the product for the May 4th stream.
Yeah.
And I walk into the shop. I'm like, "Hey guys, like here for the Star Wars stuff." And like, "Oh, happy May 4th! Just so you know, all Star Wars stuff today is 20% off." So I was like, "Hobby boxes, he's like everything that has Star Wars on it is 20% off." So I bought Sapphire, Hyperspace, Galaxy. I bought pretty much a little bit of everything they had last
Mm-hmm.
year and I did that. And I went around to other shops asking them if they had any May 4th deal,
Yeah.
and every shop was kind
Yeah.
of like, "Oh crap, we didn't even think about doing that."
Yeah.
And fast forward to this year, Burbank, no May 4th deals. I called so many shops, no May 4th deals. What there was no May 4th on Whatnot. No, let's celebrate May 4th
Ooh.
together. Like
Mm-hmm.
no, here's a May 4th show. Like I'm not even saying give us no fees or give us incentives or anything. At least promote
Yeah. I thought they
the
were going to. I
is
thought
that is
that
that
they
me or
were.
you?
What?
Phone? Is that your phone?
Oh, it's me. My bad.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Um yeah, I thought that they did cuz I saw a little banner in the seller hub that did
Yeah,
say something about May the 4th. So I thought that they might have been promoting the Star Wars
maybe
streams.
I kept looking to see if I found. Maybe I'm wrong on that one,
Mhm.
but I just felt
Yeah.
like there wasn't much May 4th going on this year. It felt like kind of just another day, which it hasn't been like that in a while.
I
But
know there were a lot of streamers. There at one point there were like over 40 streamers streaming Star Wars on May 4th on Whatnot.
oh yeah, it was lit.
So there was a lot,
Yeah,
it was popping off. There was a lot going on. But yeah, I thought it was fine. There weren't as many deals like what you're talking about. I'm on an island anyway. Like I don't like have a ton of access to stuff like that. Like if I were in Denver, I'd have like a little bit more, but I have to
yeah,
drive down to Denver and get into all that mess, and
yeah,
it's a yeah, you know how it is.
yeah.
But yeah, so we didn't get a whole lot of love in terms of that, but what do you feel about the Shadow Lord thing? Like, speak on that.
And oh, dude, there's so many different things I could speak on. What do you want? What do you want to?
Well,
What specifically do you want me to mention? Because I do got like three different thoughts on the show.
okay, well,
Three topics.
let's just start with the release, the finale release. They said that they were going to release it and it would be released at midnight for each time zone.
Yeah,
So the East Coast should have seen it before uh Central, and Central should have seen it before Mountain, and Mountain should have seen it before West Coast, right?
yeah.
But what ended up happening is they dropped it on midnight
West
Pacific.
Coast. Yeah.
Yeah. And then so then it was 1 a.m. for me, 2 a.m. for Central, and 3 a.m. for East Coast. So why did that happen? Was that just a mistake? Like,
I see. I don't know. They haven't. I don't. Not that I know of. I haven't heard anything official from them. But yeah, that's just. It's just what happened. A lot of
crazy.
people were ready at their midnight, and I got lucky.
Right.
I flew a private jet to New Zealand early in the morning.
Seems like
Uh,
Tony did that as well.
and I watched it and flew back. So I got lucky. Not everyone else got lucky like I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, they botched the release, which to me I think was a mistake from the beginning.
Mhm.
It would have been cool to do a global release at like 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Like that way we all had something to look forward to that day.
Yeah.
For May 4th, and that's what I'm like. If that show would have been at like even if it was like 6 p.m. East, 3 p.m. my time, it would have
Yeah.
been something for the day to been like, yes, Star Wars is here.
Right.
I felt like the day started off with just such a because of everyone's upset.
Yep.
But they fucking stuck the landing, and it kind of erased everything. Once people actually
saw the show,
they finally, I think, just
Yeah.
quiet. All those emotions disappeared. It overwhelmed whatever they were feeling.
100%.
That release.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in terms of like the creatives and the actors and everything like that, like hats off to the new era of Lucasfilm, because oh my goodness, is that show phenomenal. Like, it's so good, dude. It's so good. It gives me chills just talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
There's so many little details that and it's not because like I see different things, but there's so many details that I know most people probably overlooked this time and didn't like kind of appreciate. And one of the things that I really, if I could give them a hug and a kiss for, apart from the Vader stuff, like let's get the Vader stuff out of here, is the fact that they didn't question our intelligence or treat us like a dumb audience full of kids.
Right.
There was not a single episode of filler, not an arc that just was what the hell are we talking about now? Not an episode like we'd be watching the Bad Batch, right? We'd be on Mount Tantus with the craziest story arc happening, and then the next episode they're fighting a four-legged bug. It's like I don't what do we, you know what I mean? I said on the stream, like, what are we doing here with this stuff?
Right.
But I said it before, Maul Shadow Lord was as if HBO got a hold of Lucasfilm Animation and was like, yo, let's make a show together. And it 100%. Was just the cinematics, the lighting, the camera angles, the emotion, the darkness, just everything about it. The different the chase scenes. It was some of the best chase scenes we've
Yeah.
gotten since Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, dude, I felt that way
Yeah,
too. Yeah, it felt like Attack of the Clones. It
yeah.
really did. Yeah, man, I felt that too. And I think one of the things that you're speaking about too, like being treated like children as the audience, I hate when things are too on the nose. I
Hmm.
don't need to be spoon fed something. Like, we are a mature audience. And so that means that we can be a fly on the wall along for the ride.
Yeah,
We don't need an over explanation and an over delivery of detail. We can learn stuff along the way, and that's fine. And that's what Maul did. That's what Andor does.
yeah,
That's what the original Star Wars did. You just get dropped in the world and you have to just follow along, and that just is what it is. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I don't need you to like tell me anything. And it's like we see it with like hero shots too. And
yeah,
if you do a hero shot properly, it can be okay as long as you don't overdo them. Like when Maul shows up off the ship right away, that's a hero shot
yeah,
where he showed up and he ignites his lightsaber, but it was so quick and snappy, and it had different elements
yeah,
unfold off of it. And like, it's like, that's the way to do a hero shot. That's the way to um, deliver a character into a
yeah.
scene, you know?
Well, that's what Star Wars does, and that's what
Mm,
George Lucas was really good at. Is every Star Wars that George Lucas did
mm.
starts in the middle of some shit.
Yeah,
Always
exactly.
something happening. And
Hmm.
Maul
Yep.
instantly, what the hell? Okay,
Just like
something happened.
drops you
Boom,
in.
boom, boom, boom.
Hmm.
A New
Movement.
Hope, Darth Vader, something happening. Boom, boom. Every single Revenge
Hmm.
of the Sith, Coruscant, battle over Coruscant.
Oh,
I was
yeah, just
I was up this morning and couldn't really sleep, so I started watching season 7 of the Clone Wars, the last 4
hmm.
episodes, and
Oh
same
yeah.
thing. They instantly start flying through Coruscant. Anakin's on the bridge. The commander droid's right there. They do that whole jetpack trooper thing. It just starts in the action, and I really do
Yeah.
appreciate that
Yeah.
Maul Shadow Lord hit every note of what it is to be a Star Wars, and not even a Star Wars project, a George Lucas project.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%. It
yeah,
really did feel like, okay, we're going to take what we learned from George and we're going to really honor all of it, and we're going to bring it to the table with everything that we've got, everything that we've learned so
yeah,
far. It was really like a masterclass of what Dave and Sam and the rest of the creatives over there have learned from George and from the things that they've created leading up to this point.
yeah,
I mean, it was stupid good, bro. Like, and oh man, I'm really excited for what that means for future projects, because now they see it's like, you did the thing you guys wanted to do and we
yeah,
wanted you to do, and now look at the look at the response, you know.
yeah. Well, I did notice one thing, and it really made me happy.
Hmm.
Um, Maul Shadow Lord did so well in terms of getting out there to the normal person,
Hmm.
that so many people were like, wait a second, this motherfucker died in a Phantom Menace.
Hmm.
How did he come? All these people who have been checked out for the last 10, 15 years are
Hmm.
now watching the Clone Wars, are now getting back into this whole. I've had so many people text me, dude, Maul Shadow Lord was good. People who have never even cared to watch
Hmm.
Star Wars in the last few years. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I had a friend that was like, "Can I log into your Disney account? I want to watch them all." And I
yeah,
was like, "Yeah, bro, for real.
yeah,
Yes, you
dude.
can, you know." So I love that, man. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think that they did a really good job, especially their social media. That actually kind of speaks to like a bigger thing that we're witnessing happen, that does also coincide with like the trading card space that we're in. But it does look like the landscape for marketing for seasons, shows, and for movies has completely shifted, because the way that people have marketed those types of projects in the past is not how we're seeing it rolled out now. And I actually wondered about this, because earlier on I heard people ragging on Disney and Lucasfilm for their lack of marketing for The Mandalorian and Grogu
Yeah.
and for Shadow Lord. They're like, we don't even know about it. We don't know about it. And it's like, yeah, you know why? Because they don't want you to forget about it by the time it releases. They
Yeah.
know that our attention spans are shorter now to capitalize on actually getting you into the theater, actually getting you to
Yeah.
sit down and watch Small Shadow Lord. So what they've been rolling out instead is these really strong social media marketing pushes where they roll out something and then they roll out a new thing and a new thing, and they've been building on what they're rolling out. And now with like Mando and Grogu, now they've just poured jet fuel on the fire. Now it's everywhere.
Yeah.
They're in Times Square doing stunts. They're, all over everywhere. And the toys are out there and they're looking really good. The, fan response of Maul Shadow Lord is so good that I think people are pretty hyped to get into the theater to see Mando and Grogu now. And I think that all of those things bode very well for the trading card folks because, the better Star Wars does, the more talk there is around Star Wars, the more people and the more energy and momentum that the trading card space will have as well.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. It's funny that you say that because in terms of like the marketing and stuff,
mm-hmm.
it reminds me of when everyone kind of lost their shit, including me, with the
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl ad.
100%,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
at that point, it's kind of like, because I was one of I was upset. I was one of the
sure,
people who was very upset with that Super Bowl ad, being like,
sure,
I don't like sports. I wasn't even gonna watch the Super Bowl. I only sat here because I was hoping we are gonna get some actual.
right,
In my head, I'm like, yo, this is a great opportunity to show us what we're about. It, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
then they gave us that.
right. And it was unfortunately not for us. It
Yeah.
was for the beer drinking, football watching dads that they're trying to get to bring their families into the theater.
Yeah.
That's who that ad was for, and it makes sense when you think about it in the context of like their greater marketing scheme. And a lot of people, obviously didn't like it, and a lot of people thought it was stupid and dumb and a waste of money and this and that. But on one hand, I thought it was a good risk just because they were going to give us all this other stuff,
Yeah.
and that they were trying to get the normie beer drinking dads in the theaters to bring all their families, because that's where this is too. That's where this is. They know we're going. They
Yeah.
know we're going to the theater. They already have us. They need the normies to come in.
So perfect segue that kind of brings everything together.
Yeah.
Mando Grogu movie, marketing, trading cards.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
There's an actual product that is actually makes me really excited. It's not Tops or anything, but
mm-hmm.
it's this popcorn bucket ticket that you can buy. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's I can't Walmart. It's this popcorn bucket thing.
Okay.
So you buy it for $40
Mm-hmm.
and it comes with the popcorn bucket. And this is your movie ticket, and it comes with a trading card size movie ticket. It's a
Cool.
trading card. The movie ticket is an actual trading card. So
And you get to keep it?
it comes with the bucket. So when you go to yeah, it's an actual
Right, but
trading card. I Am Rolling has it already. I wish I had a photo to show it to you, but it's
but
the
they're not
movie
gonna
poster.
they're not gonna take it away from you when you
No,
go
no,
to
no.
the movie
You
theater?
got to keep
Okay,
it.
okay, okay.
You got to keep it. So the fact that they did a trading card movie ticket for the marketing is pretty dope.
That is
That
very cool.
yeah.
That is very cool. They've done a great job with these popcorn buckets. There's been a bunch of them. I think it's brilliant. Yeah, again, they've done some really good stuff for this. That's hilarious. That it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense. Has a
But
redemption code on the back of the card. Cool.
yeah.
That's cool.
So and then yeah, so back to the mall Shadow Lord stuff.
Yeah. So along with that, do you want to talk about the tops now, drop, or do you
That's
want
what I
to?
want
Yeah,
to
cool.
back to the marketing of these shows and cards. This
Mm-hmm.
is official photos of who and what was pulled today. So you guys know Mr. Toys from the Toy-tastic Studio. I guess he somehow luckily pulled the Superfractor of the Maul Shadow Lord. Now, this is a Superfractor. No matter how many were ordered, I think we were going to get a Superfractor regardless, correct?
Yeah, we were going to get this one.
Yeah.
Well, so I'll make this distinction because the tiers were more specific. So, because this is a paper card, technically this is a foil fractor. It's got a little bit of a different design. There's another tier. They were going to do a chrome version, and the chrome tech would then have a superfractor. So I don't know what all. See, there it is. Yeah, perfect. So depending on what the print run actually ended up hitting, so based on people's orders, because it was an open-ended order, people could just order as many as they could in a week. And then so if it was a 500,000 print run, then you're going to get everything up to that point. So you're going to get a 1 of 1 white opal fractor, which we've never seen before. Or at least in Star Wars, it may have been another set. I don't know if we unlocked that level, but that is a really curious subject matter. What is an opal fractor? And then you've got opal chrome parallels in the 250. In the 100,000, you've got chrome parallels all the way down to the superfractor. Now, the 50,000 plus print run only had down to out of 50 for the chrome parallels.
Wait.
Yeah, you see that?
I don't mean to cut you off, but I think when I looked up opal fractor, it just shows what we normally get as a superfractor.
Huh. Wait, because that's a superfractor. That is a superfractor. That's a chrome super.
Okay. Let me. What the hell did I just do?
Print run on top. It's like 11,000 only. Okay, so wait, we only hit 11,000.
So we didn't even hit 50,000.
Yeah, so we didn't get to chrome. So we didn't get to chrome. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Too niche. But I suppose
the show should have came out first, huh?
Yeah, I mean, 11,984 was the print run. It's in the title. Scroll up.
Oh shit! It is.
There it is.
Thanks, Tony.
There you go, Mr. Observation over here. So,
Mr. I just read. That's what are you gonna say? I just read the title.
Yeah. So then there was only 1 of 1, and in that card, and Tony got, or not Tony, but Toys got it. There will also be auto and then poster variation. Are those the only 3 variations that we got?
I believe so.
There we go. Yeah. So there's the poster. What's the difference between those autos? There's oh wait, there's a red one. I see. Red, black, so
yeah.
Probably out of 5 or out of 10.
Well, that's unfortunate. We hit not even a fifth of the first round. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. You know, we just got I guess put more into it as a community.
Yeah, I would have loved to see, more, but I guess the 50,000 does seem like pretty high up there. But definitely great. I mean, even the base cards are awesome, dude. They're great.
Yeah,
they're so nice. Super good. Excellent design. I've got 20 coming, but mine got delayed, so I'm not getting mine until next week.
Well, good luck, because I have yet to see an auto, and I've seen a lot get ripped.
Cool. Well, thank you. I'll have those on Monday or Tuesday, probably. But congrats to Toys, man. That's huge. He's lucky.
No, yeah, I don't know if this was a personal or someone bought it off him, or I don't know anything, but there it is, man. The 101.
Yeah. A lot of the people in the chat did their part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a recent release we dealt with. Now, this bad boy.
Oh.
We did spend a good chunk, probably like 95% of last podcast going through this entire breakdown and release and thoughts and worries and predictions. And I think we hit most of it pretty head on the nose.
Yeah.
It was, it seems to be, I did the math a bunch of times. I didn't want to say for sure at the time because it was just kind of like we were figuring it out in real time.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like there really is going to be about less than 2,000 cases
Mm-hmm.
as a product run. And the way they're marketing it, the way they even have this whole new section that I've never seen before, or a collector's guide for masterwork. And then they have right here a product history for masterwork. And they're really pushing this narrative that masterwork is the best set that they are going to make for Star Wars. That if you are a high-end collector, if you are a high-end roller and you like the high risk, high reward, that this is your set right here.
Mm-hmm.
And that falls in line with the print run estimates that I'm coming up with. So
It does. It
it's,
does seem
yeah,
like, yeah, it does seem like they're really trying to um we talked about patterns, right? And like it doesn't seem like there's not a whole lot. There are a few patterns, but it seems pretty like helter skelter over there. But it does really seem like they are trying to create a consolidated, clear cut vision for what they do with Star Wars moving forward with this step with Masterwork. It's like we are going to make this our top of the end, situation.
yeah.
It is interesting though because you've had sets that are higher end in the past, like Stellar and Galactic Antiquities. So are we still going to get those? Is that like even a higher pinnacle that are we still going to get GA, or was that like a one-time thing?
Well, so this is okay. This is my thing. Is it seems like, and I don't know how to explain this without sounding like a complete idiot. It's like this rebalance of. It's kind of like they
Mhm.
bringing lower sets up and higher sets down with smugglers. And this is, I keep bringing this up.
Mhm.
They took all our lower end sets that kind of get us through the year,
Yeah.
combined them with a higher end set that's kind of like unobtainable for 99% of the
Mhm.
hobby
Right.
market, and put them together into like a middle. Most people can kind of get in on a break, maybe dome a box here and there.
Yeah, a middle schmiddle, yeah.
And then now we're getting the actual premium set. It seems like they're kind of trying to like condense things, and they they're bringing Galactic Antiquities down a couple pedestals by putting it into a
Mhm.
product with lower end stuff.
Yeah.
Again, this is all just speculatory stuff that
Sure.
we're thinking, that I'm
Sure.
thinking, you're thinking.
Yeah. Well, and my biggest concern is that we no longer have the lower end stuff. Like we
Well,
no
that's
longer have something that's even more accessible. Like we had before. It's like high tech, accessible, Chrome
yeah,
Black, accessible. Um, you know, Chrome boxes a little bit more expensive, but still accessible. Finest, a little bit more, but still accessible.
yeah.
Now you just took it and you actually pushed it up and brought some down and averaged it. I don't know. I don't love it as a I don't love it as like a consistent thing moving
Yeah.
forward. I don't love it, but that's just
And
me.
what bothers me too is if you want to talk about the last affordable set, which was Hyperspace 2.0,
Hmm.
that quickly became an unaffordable set to the point where
Hmm.
after a couple weeks, no one was even running it. Very few
Right.
people. Shout out to Bigfoot, shout out to
Yep.
Stint, and a couple of. I shout out to you. You know, you run it every now and then.
Hmm.
It's not very ran often. That's supposed to be an affordable set.
Yeah, exactly.
$150 retail for a hobby box. It's
It should
fucking
be there.
insane. So that
Yeah.
came out December 31st. So
Yep.
technically, from January 1st, our first release was Smugglers. A
Yeah.
box of Smugglers right now, it retailed for 350.
Hmm.
If you go to the shop, they're $750 right now. So
Yep.
that's a $400 increase. That's over 100% increase on that product. If you
Yep.
go on eBay right now and look at the recent sales for masterwork, this is what we're
Mm-hmm.
dealing with now. Now, a lot of people do have them listed for about $1,200 by now. They're not selling for that. People are letting them go for 850, 775, 700, and the 750.
Yeah.
So it's a $400 retail product that right now is selling for about $750 if you want to average it out. That's an
Mm-hmm.
almost 100% increase.
Mm-hmm.
That comes out in a month from now. So from January 1st until June 6th, in 6 months, we've gotten two sets that both cost 3 times than any affordable set we could have ever had.
Yep. Which is
My
not
thing
cool.
is, where do we go from here?
Right. No, this
What's
is the
next?
concern, right? Like
Yeah.
this is the concern like for everybody. Like this is I love that there are these sets available, but it's actually not very good for the hobby to run these sets back to back
Yeah.
without having something else in between. It's not good for us. They did not think this one through in my opinion. That's what we need right there. That's what we need for Star Wars. Is something like that. Disney put out an affordable, good, quality set Disney Neon. It's got sketches in it. It's it's a great set. You know why? Why?
It's
Like I don't understand.
why is every other theme getting loaded blaster boxes and then we're stuck with colored by the number in chrome Star Wars?
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's it's starting to really feel like we're even someone like me. I'm all about high end and
Right.
collecting and profiting and all that stuff. But even for me,
Mm-hmm.
it's starting to become like I could afford a lot of things. And
Mm-hmm.
if I'm getting priced out of this, then who is this really for these days?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What do we
Exactly.
where is this brand going? Where's Topps trying to do? It seems
Mm-hmm.
like last year we already had high tech, hyperspace, um, chrome black,
Chrome Black Mayo. We
mayo,
had, and then it was Masterwork, and there was a
masterwork.
much bigger
all,
print
all
run
this
though.
before we even hit celebration,
Well,
which we will
Masterwork
get into in a
happened.
little bit. Well, right at
It
the time,
was
right when we went to
it was
celebration.
overlapping. Yeah. So
By,
and
by by the time we went to ICC, all this was already out.
out. Yep. Yep.
It's May
And
8th, and we've had one and a half set.
yep. Yeah, it's hard being a casual collector. I agree with you.
Yeah.
This is like the moment we're in, and I'm really hoping that they balance it out
Yeah.
because I think it was kind of a mistake to combine this stuff. I don't know if it was like we don't know what it looks like on the back end, right?
Yeah.
We don't know. It was like maybe because of the other stuff going on with Tops, it was like they were so limited with their print presses that they only had access to it here. It's like, well, we got to fit Star Wars in. What do we do? Condense the sets into the one run so that we can get it all out. And we don't know what kind of catastrophe they're dealing with on the back end that's making
Print
that
print scheduling. Yeah.
exactly that's making that hard for them. But it definitely looks hella cropped compared to last year, which doesn't make any sense to me because Star Wars is only going up. The market is going up. So why would you print less of it? That doesn't make sense to me.
Well,
Um,
that helps the market go even more up if they print less of it. My problem is not okay. Look, let the hits be rare. I'm fine with the
that's
hits,
fine too. Yeah.
but I'm also not fine with pulling three colored by the number from a fucking blaster box. There
Mm-hmm.
needs to be some middle ground, some
Yeah.
mega box where it's like it's not
Yeah.
the cheap retail for the kids. Give me a sketch, maybe out of
Yeah.
99. I'm fine. I'm
Yep.
happy. I don't need a 101. I don't need the
Yeah.
booklets. I don't need everything. I
Mm-hmm.
need to feel something. I
Yeah.
do. The other day, Star Wars, and if you know me, you know me. I don't really rip much Star Wars stuff, but I've been feeling to rip, and I just can't sit here and rip a Galaxy's $500 Galaxy box. But I've
Right.
been doming Yu-Gi-Oh and Naruto cards and stuff. This is
Yeah.
where I've been getting
100%.
my fix, and there's nothing valuable here. It's just
Right.
fun to rip
That's
stuff and go through
that's
it.
that's how I do it with my girls. Is we rip Pokemon and affordable Disney stuff,
Yeah,
and it's just fun. Like we like doing it, and
just have fun.
um,
Yeah,
color by the numbers and Breaker's Delight is a sin. Oh, 100%. That's like almost an unpardonable sin, dude. It's
Yeah.
almost unpardonable. It's just like, bro, you're talking about making a high end. It's Breaker's Delight, bro. We don't want to open that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
So
what Tony said, not Star Wars Sith Tony on Tat. She does a lot of videos where, like, say a new set comes out, she'll order a hobby box or two and do a whole YouTube video kind of like breaking it through or breaking it down and going through each card.
yeah.
I'm over here thinking like it's costing her like $1,400 to do a video.
Yep.
Just to show off these cards. Like, think about that. Just to make this video, I'm had to, like, it's the most ridiculous. Like, that entry, the barrier to entry is so high. It's not even. It's even for me to say it's ridiculous. It's what it's bad.
It is. Yeah, 100%. And I was starting to feel that way too. What I'm hoping is that there will be like a settling that will happen. That, and I could be wrong. I don't know what's going to catalyze that, but there's a lot of product out there right now that's overpriced. And I think what's going to happen is they're going to start to realize that it's not moving. Because I think it's going to, some of it's not going to move, and they're going to start lowering stuff, especially like, Masterwork's going to be coming out. People aren't going to be buying as much. And some of that stuff's going to come down. Hopefully. Now, I also speculate, and I hope to God they do this, and they need to make it affordable. I really hope. And so here's kind of spinning off the Masterwork thing. I happen to know, not specifically, but I happen to know that, how do I say this without saying too much? I usually know when sets that have sketches in them approximately should actually hit, when they should come out during the year. I'm viewing the landscape and wondering how we're going to make it to, how are we going to make it? We've only got 2 sets, and now we're going to be off for 2 or 3 months after Masterwork with such a small print run. Like last year, we had a massive run for Masterwork, big print run. We had all those other products, and then we had a 2-month gap. June and July were off. Really kind of May, June, July. But we had these massive print runs, so we just had tons of stuff to rip. And then you're going to take me all the way to August. We have Chrome, boom, big set. Now we can rip. We're going to anticipate Galaxy as well coming up. Okay, cool. And then we had Hyperspace. Now we're looking at, those prices are already really high on those 2. And then we only got 2 really high-end sets. Where's the high tech? Where's the Sapphire? Because what I want is a Revenge of the Sith Sapphire anniversary. And that would fit perfectly right after Masterwork, because it would be a set that pretty much everybody could get into, and everybody wants, and everybody would enjoy. And it's the only set that I think will save this market moving forward in this little gap, because I would know if there was another set coming out between Masterwork and another set, and there's not, and I don't know about it. So therefore, it would have to be a sketchless set. There's got to be a sketchless set that they're fitting in. Otherwise, I don't know what in the world. So there's like one of 2 options, really, that we're talking about. Unless they hit us with something we've not seen before, right? Which we did talk about. That is a third option. You got that option. Option number 2 is that they run high tech without any sketches, which they did that before, but they didn't
23.
do that. Yeah, but they didn't do that for 24. And there were other sets of high tech that had sketches too. So they could run a sketchless high tech set. They could also run a Revenge of the Sith anniversary set, because it does still fall within the acceptable time frame to run an anniversary set, 4 tops. So I think we could get that. I really hope we do. I'm not, like, my hopes aren't super high, but man, I'm just like, bro, I don't know what they're gonna do because not
It's
having sets is crazy.
it's almost lining up, and on the phone we did speak about this because I
Mm.
did start looking at other themes. The Toy Story 30th anniversary was out in November, and that just came out yesterday or the day before yesterday.
So
So
the
that's
knowledge dropped
6 months
is what you're
late.
saying.
What do you mean?
Okay. So you're saying in November what happened? 2025
That was
November,
that was the date of the anniversary.
the date of
Was
the
in November,
anniversary.
yeah.
Got
So
it.
we're 6 months past anniversary, and
Mm-hmm.
we barely got that set.
Yep.
SpongeBob's anniversary was in 2024, and we didn't get that for like a year late, a year and some change later. It
Yep.
was early 2024, and we didn't get it to like mid 2025 or late 2025.
Yeah.
So SpongeBob did come out about a year and some change after the 25th anniversary. So Topps has been known to be delaying, especially like the Deadpool Grogu, Deadpool Wolverine movie set.
De-
That came out a few years after that movie. So
yeah.
if there's a sketchless set, I would hope it's not a Revenge of the Sith Chrome. And again, not to confuse people, not Chrome as in the Chrome line of sets, but Chrome as in the technology on the cards,
Mm-hmm.
refractors, parallels, and all that stuff. So if we get a reprint of Revenge of the Sith with
Of the
parallels,
2005.
yeah,
Yeah.
that would be possible.
That could be possible.
I
That
don't
would
think they
be
would do a paper reprint again.
no. That would be an option number 4. So basically the fourth option is he's saying that taking the 2005 Revenge of the Sith set and chroming it out. You know,
Yeah,
it's like we've already seen it, but doing a chrome, almost like an archives, like what they did with
and
99.
adding autos and all that kind of good stuff,
Exactly. So
modernizing it. Yeah,
that would be a fourth option. So that would be a fourth option. Might fit into that first option a little bit, like something we haven't seen. But
yeah.
yeah, those are all things that could happen. I am concerned that we won't get another set, but I just don't see that happening. I don't think that's smart. Um,
Yeah.
the you know, it's like maybe they're pushing more Disney. It's like, okay, say that, you know, Topps only has, you know, this much they can print. You know, it's like I can only print this much. So it's like, you know, in the past they would have given, you know, there's Star Wars, and this is all representing entertainment. There's Star Wars, there's a Disney, there's a Marvel. Okay, there's a SpongeBob. Well, now we're out. Well, maybe they you know, said, okay, Disney's going to get more, and that's going to take from the Star Wars print runs. I don't know. This is just like a speculation, but we have seen more from Marvel than in the past, and we have seen more from Disney than in the past. So that makes me a little concerned for Star Wars in terms of new sets.
Well, it seems like the entertainment side of things as a whole for trading cards is blowing up.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, which is good. But if you can only print so much, it's also kind of there's a bottleneck right there. And then you end up with this like overly inflated third party market, which is really unfortunate because if they're not printing more sets, then and the demand is going up, that supply is still small, then you've got, you know, overpriced products at Dave and Adams and Blowout and all this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's no competition now for the products that are still there. So breakers are going to be forced to, and, you know, collectors alike, forced to purchase from those sites from what's available,
Yeah.
you know? And then now you're dealing with like just kind of an ugly issue, you know?
Yeah.
They need to print more things.
I'm calling it right now. In what is this, 2026? By 2031, in 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
people like if you pull out a sealed case of 25 masterwork, people will lose their shit.
Yeah.
Someone will lose, like it's gonna be like that might be a $20,000 case in 5 years. Like how
100%.
we saw at the National when they did that Stellar.
100%.
You know, everyone lost their mind. Like, how is this possible? This is so rare. I think this is
Uh-huh.
gearing up to be something like that.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
So Colorado brings something else up too that I wanted to touch on that we brought up as well in our previous conversation. He says no Mandalorian set in play. That's another
Hopefully.
question mark. We hope so. We really hope that there's going to be a Mando set. We did talk about this because I do believe that one of the reasons that they've changed up some of their scheduling is based on Star Wars being back in the theaters, and and their strategies having to change a little bit because from what I perceive, they're flip-flopping a couple different sets from the order or the sequence in which they've been released in the past. And I'm not going to say what, but that's what I'll say. That being said, I think that they're doing that in order to have better representation within that set for the Mandalorian and Grogu. Now, I think it also gives space for there to be a coinciding Mando set. However, I have not heard or caught wind of anything about that, and no one has. Like we haven't heard of it. Why would we have not heard of it yet? Is it a surprise set they're going to drop on us? Is it um like where's that information? I feel like we would already know about it by now. Um Also, no one's been working on any sketches for a Mandalorian specific set unless they've kept it really hush hush amongst like uh just like a smaller group of artists. Um so it would have to be a sketchless set. Um I definitely see them doing a Tops Now drop for it, but I don't know that we're going to see a Mando specific set in that time frame that I'm talking about. I'd like there to be because like we need stuff, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But yeah, I don't know. What do you think, man?
I honestly, I don't want. I don't want them to just do what they did with like the Kenobi show or the Boba
Book of Boba
tins.
Fett, yeah.
Those random blaster box tins that kind of like
Mm-hmm.
season 1, season 2 tins. They're kind of just like they're cool. You know what I mean?
They're all right. There's some good auto chases. There's some good
Yeah.
things you can find in them. That's probably along the lines of what it will be. Maybe not, but
Yeah. I just
did those have sketches in them or no?
no. No, no, no. But
So it would just be autos.
yeah. To be honest with you, I'm not really worried about it's the Mando Grogu thing. To me, it's not that big of a.
Right.
I whatever it is, it is.
Yeah.
We'll rip some of it. We'll have some of it. We'll give some away.
Sure.
We'll dome some of it. All that good stuff.
Totally.
But I'm mainly worried as a breaker, dude. That's my main worries as a community, as a seller breaker is. Am I really gonna have to be having $40 Galaxy 25 packs?
Yes. Yeah, I
You know
know.
what I mean? Yeah.
That's definitely a concern.
Tony says they had sketches. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So they did, and that's the thing. I haven't heard about any of that. So it's not to say that we won't have it, but I don't think we're going to get it in that time frame. Yeah, printing plates, autos, flagship. I think they like to me like we could get another flagship type of set, but I don't think we will. I don't know. I think Chrome is their flagship now, in a way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so
Chrome
I.
is their flagship, Sapphire is their premium flagship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, but I, you know, we will. I think one of the positives of us moving into a place of scarcity is that we will get creative and come up with some new fun things. There will be things out there still. There's still gonna be product to rip. It's just gonna be a little bit more expensive than what maybe we want it to be. And we'll get through it. It'll be fine. It's
Yeah.
just it is unfortunate about Galaxy how high it is already. We're gonna continue to have it as much as possible, but you know, it would be nice to take the pressure off of some of those sets with some in between things like a high tech, like a an anniversary set of some sort. You know, those are the things that I would really like to see that we may not get, but we'll see. We don't know. We just don't know. But usually we hear about sets. You know, how often does Topps surprise a community with a set without them knowing about it? You know,
Yeah.
does that? I mean, that's a real question. It's not like I don't know.
I
Like
don't. I mean, I don't know. Most of these sets we have word of pretty
exactly,
far out. Leaks at least,
exactly.
box arts, all that. Like Sapphire Chrome got leaked like 8 months before it came out. Like by now, we would have already had all the leaks for Chrome and Sapphire if it had
Right,
the August timeline like it did last year. Because
right, and that's
last
what we're
year's May
saying. Yeah,
4th pre-order was Chrome 25. This year's May 4th pre-order was
but it
Master
was only you could only pre-order it from
at
GameStop though.
GameStop. Yeah,
At that point, that was an early pre-order.
yeah, yeah.
Um, so I don't know, man. It's pretty crazy. I don't really know what it's going to look like this summer. You know, it definitely is. For me, it's a little concerning because, and I think you'll see like myself. You know, my wife and I have talked about, since she's not going to be in school this summer, like, do you want to do Disney? You know, on a Tuesday night, since that's not a night that I've been streaming Star Wars. She's like, yeah, I want to do that. So we're looking at doing like some family Tuesday nights and streaming some Disney. So that
Nice.
that definitely is like, you know, on the agenda. I might also do Marvel too because I really like it, and maybe some other stuff, you know. But I do want to really continue to maintain my emphasis on Star Wars, just because it's what I love the most. It's what I care about, and I just am hoping that they continue to give us the tools and the resources to do that. So,
Caesar, we got a question. So I didn't know Tops was up. So the best way to stay is most likely follow me, Jungle, Tony, and then watch this podcast every Thursday. Because last 2 weeks ago and last week we did mention the release and our speculations, and we kind of go over everything coming out and everything that we know up to
mhm,
date. So if you want everything we know, there's nothing I'm not telling you by the end of this podcast that I don't already.
right.
By the end of this podcast, me and you will know the same.
Hmm.
Is the best way.
Other than some of the few things like that goes for him, not necessarily for me because I have like I'm technically under contract with working on Topps sketches, so like there's things I can't share in terms of that I will know, but like
Yeah,
it's not a lot. I'll just say that it's more specific to like whatever set that I'm working on at the time. So
yeah. And
I
then
don't know very much out of that. Yeah.
I'm gonna make an invite pretty soon, but I've been working on a Discord the last few weeks. That it's gonna not be so much for everyone to like. It's gonna be community based, but it's gonna be mainly buy, sell, trade based. So you guys are gonna be able to buy, sell, trade officially through there, and then it's gonna be a way for me to get more singles, and through there I'll be dropping links when things drop and updates and restocks, and I'll have I'm thinking there's a small chance they're gonna be a paid membership version, probably like $5 a month, where you're gonna have exclusive sections with links and updates, and I'll have more info probably by not next podcast in two podcasts. Yeah.
Sick. Sick. Medium large. Um
Medium front or medium in the back.
uh, yes.
uh,
um yeah,
well,
so go ahead.
did you have any final words on this masterwork debacle?
I mean, obviously people were like, you know, no one really got any. EQL was used. No one really got anything.
Yes, I forgot about the EQ guys in the chat. There's 13 of you guys in the chat. What did you guys think? Those of you who were part of, what did you guys think of the EQL? One's for W, two's for L's. One means you like the EQL, two means you didn't like the EQL. If,
I heard a lot of
that was
people
fun.
say like how many times do I have to go in on something? I've gone in on all these things, and I should be to a point where my EQL status gets me something. Because the way that EQL works is that if anyone who doesn't know, the more times you enter an EQL raffle within tops, the more likely you are to get what you're trying to get. So it should your percentage increases as you try. So we've got a couple twos in the chat. We got a 21 in the chat. We'll count that as a two. We got twos. Everybody got big L's. Big L, rest in peace, baby.
I was
Golly.
explaining this to my chat, and I don't really get emotional or upset about things. I'm not bothered by this, but if I had to give you my thought process on it, I don't think it's fair that so let's say I woke up on time. I had my login ready. I had my credit card ready. I had my addresses ready. I had my computer ready. I pay for the fastest internet. I took time off of work today. I hired a nanny to watch the kids. I made sure all the dogs were taken care of. I did everything I needed to do to make sure to be there 10 minutes before the thing goes so I could get my drop.
Mm-hmm.
Just to lose to someone who signed up a minute before closing.
Mm-hmm.
That to me is what blows my mind. Like, I don't understand how it should be fair. And again, I understand there's bots, but I'd rather lose to a bot knowing I
Yeah.
had a fair chance than just there's some jerk at the Tops Fanatics office going, nope, it's playing hot or not. Fucking swipe yet left or right. Nope, nope, left, yes, yes, nope, 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 yes.
Do you think it's hot or not?
Like, what the heck,
Do
dude?
you think it's like manual hot or not, dude?
I put it down. They're just like, yes, 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 no. Fuck
I
this
feel
guy,
like
fuck this guy, fuck this guy, fuck this guy, fuck this guy, yes, fuck this guy, fuck this guy, fuck this guy.
see, that's like the equivalent of feeling like there's like gnomes inside your computer, like you know.
I know, right? That's what it
um,
feels like over here, though.
right, that is what it feels like sometimes. Uh, so interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think it's like it is a man. It's an attempt at fixing a botched system. Um, it's an attempt at least, but yeah, I don't know. I don't. There's no. There's at the end of the day, there's not going to be any great way to do it. Um, I don't know. I just think that they need to have a good schedule and print stuff that we all want on a regular basis. Like everything that we've gotten in the last year and a half, just be consistent and be smart. Don't release two high end sets back to back. That's stupid. That's dumb. That's a dumb thing to do. Releasing smugglers and
And
masterwork
then
back to
make
back is
them near
stupid.
impossible to get.
It's stupid.
Smugglers sold out before a queue went live.
100%. It makes no
Master
sense.
Work didn't even have a chance. I don't know a soul.
No.
I don't, guys. If someone in the chat can name me a single, I will send you a hobby pack of Galaxy 25 if you can tell me a soul you know in
Yeah,
person that hit on this EQL.
exactly. Probably won't. Yeah.
I don't know anybody.
No.
Not anybody.
I didn't even try.
Yeah.
I
That's a crazy
literally
thing to say, but all right.
yeah. Yeah. No, I didn't. I didn't want well, for one, I didn't want to tie up the money. I didn't have the time or I didn't want the pressure. I didn't want none of that. I was like, you know what? Next, I'm gonna just focus on these things right now. And then when that comes around for the official drop, and furthermore, I can also look and see Dave and Adams and other big box companies a lot of times will post pre-orders on stuff like a little bit later down the road, but closer to the drop. And so it's like I could just literally grab something from there so I have something on drop day, not have to worry about it. Yes, I'm gonna pay a little bit more for sure.
Yeah.
But that's just like the way that I figured I would run it. So yeah, wasted
No.
an hour waiting, you know? So I just had like a different thought process for this one. We'll see how it goes. Cause I wasn't gonna get it anyway, you know?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't want to get too deep
Yeah.
on that EQL system. But if you guys want to trash a queue like no other right now, I got the perfect one we could bring up. Now, this does
What?
go perfect along with something I do want to talk about is celebration and the
More?
possible tops release that we will be getting for celebration. But now it seems like it's going to be an even more exclusive release because not everyone got in. And if you don't know, pretty sure everyone this was the hottest topic of the last few days that I've seen in a long time. Where the hell's all my shit?
More of a dumpster fire? We have another dumpster fire to look at. Let's go.
Yep.
There it is.
Celebration tickets sold out in three to 4 hours. Tony has a really good cover on it. I think it was like VIP sold out the first 15 minutes. 4 days sold out first 30 minutes, and then after an hour, every like 30 minutes after the hour, like single days just started disappearing. Now they did a 20 limit ticket per order. So if you got in early, you were able to get 20 of as many tickets as possible, which is insane. I know they've done that for a long time. I'm a certified scalper. As a certified scalper, I'm telling you that's insane.
Yep.
There's nothing in the history of the earth that's going to give you a 20 limit on anything.
No.
That's like unless you're buying wholesale. It's
You're
insane.
asking for
Yeah,
scalpers
dude.
to
I
engage this.
again, it's been like that for a while. London, Paris, I mean London, Tokyo, Anaheim, they've all had the 20 ticket limit. But I think for the 50th anniversary, Los Angeles, first time
Yeah.
in the States in six or four
In
4 years,
4 years. Yeah.
6 years,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
you kind of had to know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. six
But
years.
this isn't confirmed on my end. The rumors are that Disney has answered back. Disney has heard our cries and has asked Vivid and SeatGeek and these other companies to remove the ability to resell celebration tickets. And I heard the rumor is that if you want to be able to sell your celebration ticket, you will be able to do it directly through the celebration website as an official way to do it. So I don't look, don't listen to me. Go follow Tony. He knows all the sauce about celebration. I'm just repeating whatever I've heard over the
Yeah.
last few days.
Yeah.
But this makes it a little. Look, I got lucky. Jungle got extremely lucky. We're gonna be able to go. I'm gonna be able to get in there Thursday. He's gonna be able to get Thursday an hour or two before me, which is fine. But he's gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. Tony's gonna be there, and we're gonna be able to get whatever Tops has. Now,
Mhm.
I don't know who else is going to be there for Tops. So we might be the only group to kind of have the ins and outs of what's happening with Tops. Now, Tops could not be there or not do anything. That is a factor, and that is
Mhm.
something we do have to consider is we could have a celebration with no it doesn't matter to me because I'm still
Yeah.
going.
Right.
It's not like, oh, now I can't go, now I don't want to go. It doesn't matter. But that is the reality of our situation.
We do believe, though,
Yeah.
that they will. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty traditional for them. I do not see them missing an opportunity. Also, they have already announced a 50th anniversary set of some sort. Um, so we know there's going to be a 50th anniversary set. We don't know if it's going to be tied to Celebration or not, or
Mhm.
if that is going to be the release. So I would be very shocked if Tops was not there. It would be a huge miss and a huge L for them from as a business. It makes no sense for them not to be a major vendor. They're going to be
Yeah.
there. So that all being said, we're going to be your eyes and ears if you aren't able to make it. We also want to encourage people. I want to encourage you guys, like, watch Tony's videos on this stuff because he's got details and he will also let you know, like, don't feel like you can't go because Disney is making moves to try to like shut down resellers. Like Vivid Seats had to pull all their reseller tickets. They pulled them. They're not there anymore. So like don't freak out just yet. There is time. You could still get tickets, and we'll see what Disney and ReedPop do to try to make this right because they know they messed up. They know it. And I don't know what they can do, but I think it's important for us to look at it with patience and try to say, okay, what can we do? Are we still going to get in? Because I think you're going to be able to. But yeah, watch Tony's videos because he's got a good take on all of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So speaking about 50th anniversary celebration set, hopefully it's a celebration set. I do have now this is I don't know how to feel about this ask. It's a big ask. It is possible. But do you think for the 50th anniversary we will be seeing Stormtrooper Luke return and an official Superfractor?
I think we need it. I think we need it. We do not have a Superfractor Stormtrooper Luke out there, and
And if
that
that's the case,
needs to happen.
that will officially be better than the Obsidian Black from Sapphire.
100%. 100%.
It would
It'll
be
be
the
a
official.
it could be $1 million card.
It would. So going into what I do want to bring up next.
Yeah.
Speaking about Luke being $1 million card.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
So this isn't a Superfractor, nor this is numbered. Now, I have a hard time explaining to people because they kind of don't grasp the concept. They're like, how can the newer modern be more rare than this one? And I'm trying to explain to people that there is multiple PSA 10 Lukes of this.
Yeah.
The Superfractor will be the literal
The
only
only
one.
one.
Yes. So you can buy this, and 3 other people, 5 other people, 10 other people could potentially have the same thing. Versus that Superfractor Luke will be the holy grail of. It's like if they made a 1-of-1 base set Charizard, serialized 1-of-1. It's like the ring to rule them all from Magic that Post Malone bought for $1 million. It's the same concept, guys.
Yep.
This is the ring. This is Charizard. Luke is that guy when it comes to the franchise of Star Wars. So if the Star Wars 50th anniversary Superfractor Stormtrooper Luke wish comes true, this will be the one chase, bro. I will be breaking. I will go into debt to break those boxes chasing that card.
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely
for myself,
be
for someone for breaking. I'm talking about breaking. Right? Like I will be running those
Yeah.
breaks all day.
To even be the person who pulled it for someone. Like,
Yeah.
So this is absolutely. Well, okay, so just to break it down, obviously there is this card that we're looking at here. Then there's also the different parallels that got re-released in 22 Sapphire. There is a 1-of-1 black or onyx that is out there.
It's on eBay. I'll pull it up real quick.
Yep. So this is the only other like equivalent to what we're discussing. The difference between a black 1-of-1 onyx and a Superfractor is the way the parallel actually looks, and the Superfractor would be the gold vinyls, and that's what we're talking about. Speculating could return, or we could see in an anniversary set for 50th anniversary.
Yeah, so this is the 1-of-1 of the card I'm holding now. Which guys, I finally got word from PSA. When I graded this card, they valued it at $3,000. They just gave me an estimated value of $17,000 for this card.
Let's go. Yeah.
17 G's.
So it's gone up since we've seen the Stormtrooper Luke sold and resold at higher and higher tiers.
So this card right here, let me pull it back up, is the recent sale at $687,000. Now, this is after the buyer's premium. Before the buyer's premium, this card was sold for $550,000. Now, I asked I got the data. I told ChatGPT to break it down, and right here is the breakdown. So now the winning bid was $550,000. Second bid was $300K. Third bid's $165,000. And then it jumps down tremendously. Fourth highest bid, 33, 32, 29, 23, 20,000, 17,000, and 15,000. we totaled up all the bids together, and there was a total amount of $2.3 million up for bid for this card. So that's how much money was in the bid pool for this card, $2.3 million, and the highest bid sold for 550,000, which is double the last sale.
Yeah. Yeah, they doubled it. It's
Yeah,
insane. It's insane. I mean, and this is another reason why I'm like, why are we not printing more Star Wars sets? Because clearly the market is expanding. Clearly there's the amount of money coming into it for a single card. Obviously this is like, the holy grail of Star Wars cards, but still this is a very good indicator of the entire barometer, of
yeah.
the atmosphere here. So I found something cool today. So I stopped by Mile High Comics in Denver. It's a place I like to frequent when I drop my wife off at the airport and stuff. Like I'm like, oh, Mile High. Afterwards, I'll zip by because like it's a huge place. I actually have a reel that I shot today, and I'm gonna put together and post. You guys can watch that later on my Instagram. But I looked around and found a couple of really cool things. But the thing that's relevant right now is that I found a Series 1 set with that guy right
Big. I'm
there.
so jealous.
$250. 1 through 66 and 1 through 11, all the stickers. I haven't got him out
Dude,
yet, but he be looking good. And then on the backside, look who it is.
that's so sick.
Bro, 250 for this stack is insane. What a steal. And I thought it was crazy. I saw it immediately in the case after looking over it. So I saw they had wax packs for Series 2 there. They were overpriced. They were $100 each. And I was like, maybe I could haggle with these dudes because the comps on them are like $60. But I was like, I'll come back later. They haven't moved because I knew they were there. I kind of peered through the case. I was like, oh, there's some new things in here. They had some autos and stuff. And then I circled around and I saw, oh, they got Galaxy. They got 93 and so they Series 1 and Series 2 Galaxy full base sets. So I bought those because I was like, yes, give me those. And then I kind of peered around and tucked underneath there was a Series 2 and there was some Empire Strikes Back and stuff was this set. And I was like, as soon as I saw 250, I was like, that's done. I was like, that's done. I'm not even going to hesitate to get those.
Yeah. That's like finding a first edition Charizard.
Yeah. And
Imagine you're going to a shop right now finding a first edition Charizard ungraded for $200.
it
Like
looks
what?
really good too.
Yeah.
Like in terms of the corners and edges and stuff, it's crispy. Now, obviously there's stuff on the surface and the print and everything that, make that set those 8s, 9s, and 10s fully apart. Like I don't think this might be a 5 looking at it. When I saw it, I was like, I'm gonna eyeball a 5 on that. Maybe a 6. But that's still worth it for me.
Yeah.
Still worth it for me. Because like that card, I'm going to see Mark Hamill at the end of June. I can have him sign that one too, and immediately it's like boom, boom, boom. Those also are going to go up now too. Any Stormtrooper Luke that is signed by Mark Hamill and slabbed up, authenticated, whatever, is going to be going up. Just because of the singular sale. So that's pretty interesting.
You predict in 6 months we see $1 million sale?
I don't know if it's linear like that or if it's like the same type of, I don't know. I speculate it could occur. Yeah. It might not happen until this time next year though. I think we might see that this time next year.
It's one of those, it's possible, but not probable.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I do see it happening. Let's just say that. What's so funny too is that we just broke into 6 figures and now we're about to break into 7 figures. Like we are on an exponential growth curve in the Star Wars world. And this is why I'm like, bro, print more sets. You guys need to figure that out. You guys need to figure out how to print more sets. You know, if you have to build a new factory, build it. You know what I mean? Build the factory. Like I just don't understand it, because I'm like, why are we so, with the company so prevalent, experienced, and well rooted as Tops? How in the hell are you running out of print press time? That means you
Oh,
build a new building, and you build new presses, and you get, you know what I mean? Like, what are you
yeah,
doing?
that takes years though. That takes. It's like
I mean,
PSA. You can't. It's the same thing with Pokemon, and it's the same thing with everything. They can't meet demand, and that's
they
where we're
can't, no.
at. They
But
can't.
that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so for example, so, and maybe this is a poor, maybe a poor example, but like, look at Tesla. Tesla moved and rebuilt a whole new empire in like overnight, just because they were like, we know that, like, we are, if we get after this, we're going to have that opportunity. And I don't understand why, and maybe they are, and we don't know that yet. We don't know what their
Tesla
plans are.
makes 3 models.
True. No, and that is
Tops
true.
makes 3,000
A lot of models
sets.
of
Yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah.
100%. It is a more complicated thing in a lot of ways. However, you only need to make the print press, right? Like, really, that's what's in demand here, is the printing presses. It's like, we need to just be able to print more cards.
Assuming they own the printing, because they could go through third party printing.
Right. They could.
Yeah,
Um,
because that's another
yeah.
business acquisition that they kind of have to decide on is you're not it's there's a balance between like and Pokemon is kind of dealing with it right now, and I've
Yeah.
been doing a lot of research on the back end because it's been something I've kind of been into over the last few weeks. My ADHD has been tisming into that aspect of trading cards, but they are building a something million square foot printing factory, and it's going to be their first factory where they're actually going to be doing the main printing and stuff. They just bought the other printing. It's this whole crazy thing. Basically, they can't meet demand to the point where now they have to do their own printing and all that kind of stuff. And that facility is not going to be done until the end of 2028. So
Mm-hmm.
that's for Pokemon. So for Tops to run an acquisition like that is just it's damn near impossible.
Yeah.
It's damn near impossible because if Pokemon's having a hard time do it at their level,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Tops
mm-hmm.
is gonna have an even harder time doing
Well, there. So I just looked it up. That's why I have my head down here. Tops outsources their
it.
printing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so so you got to remember. So they have
Mm-hmm.
that printing company has probably Panini,
Uh
this
huh.
company, that company, Naruto, One Piece, all trying to get stuff
Yeah.
printed. So it's like
Yeah.
they got to like. There's a time window. There's a
Mm-hmm.
reason why anniversary sets are coming out a year later. Is because maybe the print
Exactly.
scheduling,
Exactly.
and another thing is like Pokemon. A problem with they have is they do reprints to meet
Yeah.
demand.
Yeah.
Tops once it's printed, it's printed.
Yep.
So it's
Yep.
just it might not be
Mm-hmm.
worth it for them because once they're done with the set, they're done with the set. Versus
Yeah.
Pokemon, it's like if we
Yep.
sell a set and this does $1 billion in revenue, turn the machines back on and let's make another $1 billion. Tops can't do that with any of these
Mm-hmm.
sets.
Yeah. There's like some of the printing partners that it lists here too is like, it's several. It's not just like one, right? Like, they're outsourcing to all these different places. It's listing like Lord Baltimore, Zabel, Quebecor, which sounds like Canada, Cardamundi.
The Mayo
Um,
cards came from Italy.
yeah, and so did Chrome Black last year, which is probably Cardamundi if I had to ask. If I had to, or Cardamundi.
Sounds
Sounds, yeah.
yeah.
So that's pretty interesting. Um, yeah. So really, what needs to happen is the these print companies are probably expanding, and we're waiting for them to catch up to the demand. That's interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, because Tops is a design and asset producing company. They're more
Right.
into graphic designs and producing high
Exactly.
valuable assets, which is the autographs.
Mm-hmm.
The printing, they're not a printing company.
No.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people
Exactly.
would imagine, oh, they do the print, they have
Right.
their printing section in their
Right.
factory, and then they have their design.
Right.
No, they just have designers.
Right.
They just there's people
Exactly.
that sit there all. Why? How do you think they pump out so many cards?
Mm-hmm.
This dude sits there 8 hours a day designing cards,
Yeah. Exactly.
thousands of them. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, and I knew that some of that was happening, but I didn't know that they didn't have no printing capabilities.
no,
Because
no.
originally they did though. Originally they did,
Hmm.
but they went away from it.
Well, to scale, you got to remember,
Exactly.
in order to
Exactly.
scale the right way, it probably didn't make sense
Right.
for them to
Yep.
invest so much time, equity, and money into
Hmm.
the printing side of things.
Exactly. They were like,
So,
because there are other printing companies out there doing bigger things already. Why don't we
yeah,
just get them to loop us in? So yeah, I mean, it's interesting, and I'm hoping. My hope is that we will see a greater ability to print. Um, because I like my whole thing is not doing bigger print runs of the same set, but being able to maintain a certain amount of sets throughout the year that that is the sweet spot.
yeah,
That's my whole thing. Like last year felt pretty good, in terms of sets. Having to cut that back for whatever reason doesn't feel good. Having high end sets but no normal sets doesn't feel good to me. There needs to be like a good rhythm of normal sets, you know. It is what it seems like to me. But yeah, I don't know. Panini will be swallowed by Fanatics, and they own their own printing, so they don't want to create another printing company when they can buy one already established. Well, did they acquire Panini? Because I knew that
hmm
was they did. They actually officially did.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
That's a question that I have because I knew that is why they were trying to acquire Panini was that so that they could because Panini was printing their own stuff, and I was told that they were trying to acquire them so that they could expand on what they could print.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ken thinks that that's going to happen. I don't know if it's happened yet, but that has been something they've been trying to do. And it was based on contracts that they already had that they weren't willing to sell until they finished some contracts, I think, with the NFL or something. Um, but yeah, it's a crazy landscape because it is blooming and blossoming. But you're right. There's a lag. There's a lag with like how the industry can adapt to supporting that demand. So
Yeah, it's look, it's it's a double-edged sword, right? We want Luke to go to the moon,
right.
and I keep bringing it up. Pokemon, it's the closest thing. Pokemon is the modern Star Wars. I say it all the time. What the numbers Pokemon is producing now, with the selling out the toys, with the cards and the lines and the TV shows and the merchandise, is what Star Wars was from the 70s to
Mm-hmm.
2000s. And like I said, Stormtrooper Luke is the Charizard. And if you look back to 2020 when the Charizard first blew up, went for 100 grand, 200 grand, 500 grand, then hit the million, then hit the 1.5 million, and then the Black Label came out. And it's like all this, it's all correlated. And
Mm-hmm.
as soon as that happened, what used to be a $5 pack turned into a $30 pack.
Mm-hmm.
And now Pokemon is unattainable by the normal person. It's all scalped. It's 100% a secondary, not even a secondary. It's like a third market now. It's sold.
Unless you go to
It's
Japan.
scalped. It's scalped 5 times before it even gets to the
Mm-hmm.
normal person. And
Yep.
that's the double-edged sword. The more that
Right.
loot goes up, the more we're going to be dealing with
Mm-hmm.
that in this
Yeah.
community
That's
and in
true.
this franchise.
That's
And you
true.
got to remember, Pokemon is the only thing Pokemon does.
Yep.
Tops
Yep.
is Star Wars is not the only thing Tops does.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
We
Which
are a small percentage. We're not even in the top 10 of their money that they make
mhm,
a year.
right. Right. We're definitely the most interesting though. Um, it's yeah, no, super interesting stuff. I mean, but you can like okay, so for example, this is pretty interesting. Going to the Pokemon centers in Japan and being able to just buy loads of packs for
Yeah, you can.
nothing.
Yeah,
For nothing,
I think it's like
you
a
know?
dollar or something a pack.
Literally. Like cuz we did that when we were in Japan.
Yeah.
Um and loaded up on them and it was super fun. I would have bought more if I'd have known. Um but we did see recently we saw and you could still acquire some Pokemon stuff, but it's like it's hard and you have to be in the right place at the right time, you know.
Yeah.
Like the Dollar General stuff across the street from my house.
No,
Like what
dude.
was that? What was that?
You just got lucky.
Yeah, but they
Right
but
time.
they
Right
popped
place, right
up
time.
another couple of sets popped up in there too that I grabbed, just for fun
Grab them
rips.
all.
I know, right?
Grab them all.
But it's funny because it's like GameStop and these others, they say limit two, and I'm like, thank you. Like, thank you for setting a limit. Star Wars Celebration, what are you doing, Reed Pop? That's absurd. 20? You're inviting the Wild West. You're inviting outlaws. What are you doing?
Yeah,
Makes no
20's
sense.
crazy.
It makes no sense. It's out of control. It's stupid. It's just dumb. This is dumb. What were you doing? It's like they were in bed with the scalpers. They were like, okay, everything you guys scalp, you got to give us 10%. Dude. Oh, Ken's got some crazy. He put his tinfoil hat on and he was like, listen, here's the backdoor knowledge. eBay owns Golden, where the Luke sold. PSA is in partnership with eBay, with
Wait,
Vault,
so
the
Golden and
grading
Heritage is the same
company.
thing? I don't know that.
Make trading cards affordable again. And then it's a whole cycle for the money bag. I mean, yes, that's what big business is and has done.
Welcome to life, Ken.
I was gonna say it's literally it, but and then you just kind of, if you're us, like if you're entrepreneurs, you're like us. It's like, okay, where do we move our bag?
Where do I
Like
start?
where do I stand so I can get
Do
some?
you have Goldie's number?
So, but yeah, hold on. Does eBay? I'm fact checking. In April of 2024, they acquired them. So yes. So Ken Golden is a sellout.
Well, GameStop's now trying to buy eBay.
GameStop? They don't have any money. What are you talking about?
Bro, have you not been on the internet the last few days?
Listen, did I tell you where I've been? I've had my head in a Copic marker, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I've been sniffing.
GameStop put an offer to buy out eBay.
No way.
Yeah.
Do they have enough money for that?
That's what everyone's asking. That's what everyone's trying to figure out. So let me tell you where we are in the lore of GameStop. So everyone's asking him, where the fuck is this money gonna come from? And he said that he's gonna sell his video game collection on eBay to buy eBay.
No.
So he posted screenshots of all his collection on eBay ready to sell. And then the next day he posts another screenshot of eBay suspended his account. So
no way. So they're like, no, because we don't
I
want
don't,
this dude.
I don't know what the hell is happening here, dude.
It's all a publicity stunt.
That's where we're at right now.
It's a stunt.
The CEO of GameStop is on the news going crazy. He's on an interview saying like, yeah, eBay's wasting so much time and money. He's like, I can run. I can. He's like, eBay has 11,500 employees. I could fire them all and run eBay by myself on a laptop in my apartment. Or
That's
my house. That's what the GameStop CEO said on the news. He said I can. He said eBay hasn't changed since 1995. I can run that business from my bedroom. Is what he said.
Yeah, no, it's probably true. That's he probably ain't lying.
He's like, there's 11,000 people working for eBay doing nothing. I was like,
Yep.
holy shit.
Yep. That makes sense. Oh
But
my gosh.
that's where we're at. W GameStop.
W GameStop, dude. To be honest, it's still just that like he and that whole company just like represents this hilarious like combat to the thing that Ken is talking about. The
Well,
whole big business, create the market, run the market, like chew everybody else up and spit them out. It's like because it was, the whole thing with the shorting GameStop, et cetera, and all that crap with the diamond hands and the Redditors and all of that. Like that was all so funny. Like, and it was all over GameStop, and obviously they did it with AMC too. But like GameStop has still had this like hilarious aura, you know, and they're just continuing to just like thrive in that aura, and like their CEO just like that's just funny to me. It's just some funny energy. We're gonna have to wait on him to authenticate my card. Oh my gosh.
I mean,
I
you
don't
never
think
know, man.
yeah.
One day eBay and GameStop might just be the same thing.
Which would be hilarious, honestly. It'd be hilarious. It would function better, I bet. I bet it would get totally overhauled. That is a funny thing about eBay. eBay has not really changed, like, since we heard about it in the first place. You
No,
know?
he was when he said that, I laughed my ass off because like
Yeah,
I've been saying that for years. I'm like, why
yeah.
does eBay still look like eBay?
I know. It's funny. Still looks like Windows 95 over here.
Yeah, I'm using them like it's literally like if it's not broke, don't fix it to a
Sure.
T. Yeah, because I'm like it works.
It works.
I'm not complaining. I'm just curious as to why it's been the exact same, but it works.
100%. It does work. It does work, which is funny because it probably shouldn't, you know,
Yeah.
but people still use it, you know. Um,
As far as topics, that's I've been ran through.
yep.
I've been ran through. Those were
Those
all my
are
topics today.
yep. That's everything we had. That's everything we had. But we can't open the floor. I do have like a few announcements, like updates, kind of things later on. Um, but what do you guys think? What are your thoughts? You guys have any thoughts? Opinions, smart remarks,
I have opinions, but no thoughts.
questions? That's well, yeah, you and most of society. uh, yeah, I mean, celebration definitely was a big L for a lot of people. I really hope that just kind of in closing out those thoughts, I really hope that the fans that really want to go get to go. I hope that there's a way that gets made. I hope Reed Pop makes things uh, operable for the common man. Oh yeah, PSA does. They bought them. Yeah, Ken. Yeah.
Ken,
What
do
do
you
you?
want to just run the podcast?
uh,
Oh, having Ken on here would actually be
we
good.
we could
All
have
jokes
Ken on.
aside, yeah, having
Can
Ken
I,
on here would be actually. I just
yeah,
that just popped in my head. I'm like, oh wait, he could actually just come on here and explain all this to us.
yeah, yeah. We we're getting to a point where our level of consistency has been there, where we have started discussing who like having on guests. It's going to be very specific. Um, you know,
Which, by the way, guys, we are on episode 10. 10 weeks in a row without missing an episode.
dude, let's freaking go.
Not that crazy, but
We're
that's pretty
basically
good.
pros. We basically have arrived, dude. We've made it. We've made it. But no, for real, that's like our goal is just to keep showing up. Like I know today we came on Friday. Like that was on me. It was my wife's birthday yesterday, and she finished up nursing school for the year. She's got one more year left, so we were celebrating her birthday. So I asked Mr. Battle Pax, Mr. Pax, can we move the podcast? And he, of course, graciously said yes. And here we are. We are going to have to do that here and there, and that kind of goes into a couple of announcements that we have. We do have things on the horizon. Things. And among those things, we have Anaheim, June 25th, Anaheim Fan Expo. I will be in LA. I will be in the House of PAX, and we're going to do an in real life IRL stream together,
Mhm.
podcast together. We may
Yo,
do whatnot streams together as well. We haven't really talked about that, but we're going to be meeting up with the crew out there: Tony, Lex, Bryant, shout out, Rolling, shout out. We're all going to be going up to the Anaheim Fan Expo and meeting Mark Hamill, and Jar Jar Binks is going to be there too. So got to meet Ahmed. That's something that I've been wanting to do. Yeah, we'll probably be doing some scalping while we're there, because that's everyone's favorite profession right now. Um, but that's going to go down, and then that should still be a Thursday. Then we're going to do a podcast on Friday, July 31st, Nationals. So the National Card Convention. We're going to do another IRL pod on Friday, because Thursday we've got plans. But we'll try to hit that one up on Friday. That also gives us a few days to hit the floor and to learn the landscape and see what's going on, to actually report something. So, we'll be there Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday night we'll come hang out, report back to you guys like how our first 3 days of the National have been. And then, of
yeah.
course, the following week will be a Rebel ScumCon, where we'll wrap the National and then talk about some events going on at RSC. So, what
Well,
are
we'll
your
make Superfractor tour shirts. The Superfractor tour.
the Superfractor tour, dude? That would be sick, actually. That would actually be sick. We will try to come up with a few things. I don't know how much we'll be able to come up with merch wise, but we might have a few things by then.
Yeah.
We've been cooking. We've been cooking,
Yeah.
but
Essentially, this summer we're just gonna be live on the field and in the action.
yep.
Yeah.
So we might do some different types of streams just to kind of have a little extra content out there as well. And then I'm going to be going to Denver Fan Expo at the end of May. I'm trying to get Joseph to come up, Retros, and then I have also tried to get Mr. Pax here to come out, but we haven't made any plans yet. I'm going to be going. I might just go for a day if no one comes out, but if there's a crew here, we'll make an event of it for sure. So we'll keep you guys updated on that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's all I got. If
And
anybody
that's
has
all I
any
got.
questions, if anybody has any questions,
You got a stream right now, yeah?
I have one coming up. Yeah, I've got it at 7:30. It's in about an hour and 10 minutes here, but I've got a little bit more time. If anybody has any questions or wants to bring up any topics,
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm yapped out. I got everything out that I need to say. If there's anything on my end that I need to kind of get out there, no. I'm pretty much same old, same old. There's gonna be a lot of different streams coming your guys' way here pretty soon. Like I said, Star Wars category is a little just there right now, which is fine. It's good. But your boy would like to spend some of this downtime that we're having kind of exploring what other options we have within the TCG and card ripping space. Those of you who've been in my stream, we've been doing a lot of Disney Neon. We've been doing a lot of Pokemon, and we've been just a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh too. We've been ripping through a bunch of different stuff. So I think I'm going to take the next few weeks while we wait for Masterwork to come out to start, like I said, exploring different themes and types of streams and seeing what kind of smacks.
Yeah.
But other than that, guys, it's pretty much it for me.
We'll probably be doing over in the Jungle House. We'll have maybe an exploration of Disney. My wife has shown interest. We've talked about it. There's some fun Disney rips out there, and so we might do some family Tuesday night Disney rips, and we'll see. We'll see. But I definitely would be interested in doing that. a lot of the same sketch artists that sketch for Star Wars also sketch in the Disney um, sets, and so it's really fun to see their style come out in other places. Something I enjoy. Optic's going
Yeah,
to be there. Wait, Optic, where are you going to be? Anaheim?
I think Rebel ScumCon.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I don't know if he's going to that. Is he? He might. He is local. Not
he
local, but
is.
he's local.
Yeah, ish, local ish.
Not local,
So
but he is local.
he's local, but he's also slightly local.
Yeah. Oh, and your boy, I think you are. If I'm in there, you're pretty sure you're in there. I think you are in there. We have made it to the Star Wars section, top sellers section. It's pretty nice.
In whatnot?
Yeah, if you go on Whatnot, go to Star Wars category and hit top sellers, it takes out like a more than half of the other, and it only shows scheduled shows of the top sellers, and I'm on there. Hey, let's go.
Let's go, dude. Wait, where do you go to Star Wars and then
And then scroll over to the top sellers.
I don't see that button. If I
Mm-mm-mm.
hit
It's
if I hit filter,
go to Star Wars cards, and then you see like these tabs at the top.
yeah,
Hold on, let it load.
I don't have that.
You probably have to update it. Oh, I guess at the update they changed it to popular. It used to be called top sellers, but now it's called popular. There's me, and
Oh yeah, I'm on
there's
there.
you right there.
Sick. Yo, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yay, congrats, bro.
that's sick, huh?
That's really cool.
Consider some of the popular Star Wars streamers.
Let's go. That's cool, man. I love that, bro. You if you scroll down, you've got back to back
I got to move those. I keep
faces.
yeah. I've been my little side project
Cool, man.
that
That's
you and
awesome, bro.
Tony have me working on has forced me to miss some streams this last few days.
Yeah. Side questing. We're side questing.
Yeah.
Wherever y'all are. Oh, perfect outpost. Let's go. Optics. Like I'm where you guys are. Wherever. That's what's up. Man. Well, thank you everybody for hanging out with us. As always, thanks for popping up on a Thursday or a Friday, hanging out with us. Listen to us yap. Thanks for joining our streams over on Whatnot. Like, you guys mean the world to us. Like, we wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for you guys. Like, this is like, we're fortunate enough to be able to take our hustle and apply it to Star Wars and to the card atmosphere and landscape. And we are very fortunate to you guys, the collectors, for giving us that opportunity. So thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
But yeah, guys, I guess that's it for this episode, this Friday special. Next week we will be back on Thursday, which is what date?
Let's look.
So next on the 14th, guys. On the 14th, we will have our next episode, and the 21st is a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
That's when Mando Grogu comes out.
That night, right?
That day, yeah. Did you want to try to watch it before? Or?
That's a good question. Let me pull it up. I have not seen Mando and Grogu.
Because I have times at 2 p.m. for me, which is a few hours before.
Because I thought it was the 22nd. How are you watching it a day early?
Well, they came out Thursday, the pre-day. You know how they always do the day before? The midnight. Remember they used to have midnight releases, and they just slowly started doing like. Now they have releases. Oh, it's like 2 p.m. the day before. So the soonest I could watch it is 2 p.m. the 21st.
I'll see if I can get some tickets real quick. Yeah, I'm down to. We can push it to where we can talk about it. Because it definitely ties into what we want to see in trading cards and what we think we're going to see. So yeah, absolutely. We could that could just be the theme for that stream.
My little nerdy thing that I'm gonna have fun doing is trying to figure out who all the debut characters are going to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Something I also want to do that we haven't discussed yet, but I'm just going to drop this bombshell on us. I would love to do a tier list for Star Wars sets that we've seen in the last like however many years. So we
Since
can
like
like,
Fanatics took over.
yeah, we could do it that way. We could do a pre and a post.
Oh, as we could do since Chrome started, so 21.
Yeah.
Since the Chrome technology started.
Well, there it started before that.
Well, like it became like the main like.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, we can definitely do that. We could do like an overall, and then we could do sections. But I think that would be fun. We could do that live for you guys, where we kind of decide where we're going to put stuff, and I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, guys, that's it. Like I said, next Thursday, the 14th, we will see you at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Other than that, sayonara. I'll see you guys. We'll see you guys on the